Start the show. Yeah, Public Services Librarian at the Livermore Public Library. Welcome everyone to our program this afternoon. Today we are celebrating National Poetry Month and the success of Livermore's 5th annual Poetry in a Test Tube Science Poetry Contest. If you are, we'll hear some great poetry from our Poet Laureate and participants of the Science Poetry Contest. If you're reading poetry today, raise your hand and I can unmute you and give you video, access to video, and so we can see and hear you read. But today we'll be hearing from some poetry from our Poet Laureate. So please join me in welcoming the host of today's event, Cynthia J. Patton. Welcome, Cynthia.
Well, thanks, Paul. and thank you to all of you who are here. It's kind of strange when I'm a panelist with normally with Zoom, I can see everyone. I can just sort of see a scrolling thing of names, so I can't see anyone's faces. So it's sort of strange, like I'm just talking to Paul. But anyway, all the rest of you that are here, thank you. And if you submitted poetry to the contest, thank you, thank you, thank you. We had phenomenal participation this year. I think if you got the invite, we had just over 130 submissions, which is a record for us. And we, all of the poems were just really, really had, so much to offer. It was really difficult. I had 2 volunteer judges helping me, and we really had difficulty picking the winners. So even if you did not win an award, which I will be announcing those shortly, even if you didn't, just know that it was very competitive this year because we had so many submissions. So in my eyes, you're all winners simply for writing a poem. And it's a great way to celebrate National Poetry Month, but also just creativity in general. So please, continue to flex your creative muscles in the future and know that creativity is something that everyone can do. So with that sort of little intro, I was going to start, sorry, I'm juggling like 2 computer screens here. Just to sort of kick us off, I was going to start reading a poem. I will admit I've revised this, but the first version of this I submitted for the very first Poetry in a Test Tube that my predecessor, Kevin Gunn, held 5 years ago. And so anyway, the first version of this poem, I actually won the contest. And so for this year, I kind of revised it. And to kick us off, I was going to read this. So this is called A Spark to Ignite the World in memory of Sir Isaac Newton, 1642 to 1726. Calculus, optics, laws of motion, the first estimate of the speed of sound, prisms, physics, universal gravitation, color spectrums, and reflecting telescopes. What drove him? Was it obsession, a need to discover what others never dreamed? He marveled at the night sky, saw sequenced equations sailing through stars, watched an apple fall, and in its descent, gravity. He calculated trajectories of comets, the push and pull of tides, composed in furious formulae, made melodies of math and motion. For 8 decades, he swam the ocean of knowledge, rode tidal waves of euphoria, fought undertows of despair, struggled with conversation, never savored love nor friendship. Yes, he gulped sweet mead of genius, yet the ambrosia's cost was heartbreakingly steep. Numbers sang arias as he crafted infinite theories, ordering the universe with metered precision. Was the music enough to fill his life? 350 years later, its transcendent tune flows through ours, a scientific refrain echoed around the globe. So with that, I'm going to leave that there. I thought for those of you that have been at previous award ceremonies, which were obviously held in person, usually I invite all the people up in each of the groups who have poems to read. But I thought since we're doing it virtual and it's a little hard to identify, what I would do is work my way through, announce the winners. If they're here, if you're here, put up your hand or put something in the chat so Paul can find you and he will unmute you so that you can read your own poem. Or I will, if the people aren't here, I will read the poem for them, but we'll kind of work with the honorable mentions and then third, second, and first. And we'll start with youth and we'll go up to the, up to the adults. And then with the time we have left at the end, we'll just open it up to anybody else who has a science poem that they'd like to share, kind of just have an open mic at the end for anyone who wants to read. So hopefully that's okay with everyone. So without further ado. Okay, in the youth division, which is kindergarten through 5th grade, we have 2 honorable mentions. And the first one, and I think I caught her name in here. The first one is Anna, and please correct me if I'm mispronouncing your name. So our first honorable mention is Anna Povilis from Livermore Valley Academy for the poem, The Study of Life. So Anna, I think you're here. Would you like to read? I don't want to put you on the spot. If not,
I'm just a bit shy. That's fine. Go ahead.
okay. If you don't want to read, I can read your poem for you.
You want to do it?
No.
Or your mom could do it.
Would you want her to read it? Okay, she'd like me to read it. She would like you to read it for her. She's being a bit shy.
You want me to read it?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so this is Anna Povilis. Anna, remind me, how old are you? 3rd grade. She's a 3rd grader. This is The Study of Life. The birds, will they come out and eat, or will they quickly flee? The fish, do they sit in the murk, and do they give live birth? The lions, do they lie around like some may say, or do they pry off pieces of their prey? The biologists, do they study these animals? Well, of course they do, and so can you. Okay. So next, and I'm not sure if she's here, but next we have Ava Pedersen from Leo Croce for science poem. Ava, are you here? Ava, okay. Paul, do you see her? Okay. Ava Pedersen, science poem. Let's see, what grade is she? She's a 3rd grader at Croce. Bubbling experiments and amazing inventions, great science teachers, chemistry features, and finding new creatures. Learning is lots of fun. Science is the best for everyone. So that was Ava Pedersen. Okay, so those are the 2 honorable mentions. 3rd place, I don't know if I saw them. Oh, shoot. 3rd place is Imogene Lockhart, also from Leo Croce, for My Little Seed. Are the Lockharts here? Imogene is at a soccer game. Okay, well, that's really a bummer. Okay, So Imogene is a second grader at Croce, and here's her poem, My Little Seed. You were just a little seed. All you needed was water. You started to sprout. Then I gave you light. Soon you had green leaves. You grew and grew. You got some buds. You started to bloom. Such beautiful colors appeared. Seed pods then followed. Each did the same as you, so others can love you too. Okay, that is third place, Imogene Lockhart. Second place is Caleb McWhorter from Emma C. Smith for the Egret. And I'm pretty sure I think I saw him. Caleb, are you here?
Caleb is here.
Caleb, do you want to read your poem or do you want me to read it?
I want you to read it.
You want me to read it? Okay. I will be happy to read it. Okay, Caleb is 7 and he's a second grader. And I'm really bummed. He wrote an awesome poem and he actually won last year, the youth division. So he's creating a little dynasty with the two Lockhart sisters. But anyway, this poem, last year it was about a rocket. This one is called The Egret. Gently babbling brook, egret among the salt grass, standing tall and proud. Sunshine streaming down, ripples along the current, little fish dart by. A breeze rattles reeds, the sun sets beyond the hill, the egret flies home.
That's pretty cool to have a poet.
So, yay, that's Caleb McWhorter, second place. And since Imogene's not here, I'm guessing Avery's not here. Our first place winner this year is Avery Lockhart.
Looks like
Also-
Avy's here.
See,
Avy's
now
here.
Avery's
Yeah,
He's right in between the two of them.
that's what
Oh,
Our friends in
I knew it was like.
Avery's here. Imogene's at soccer. I put that in the chat. Thanks for.
oh, okay. I saw that. I didn't realize Avery was Avery. Okay, congratulations. Avery, do you want to read your own poem or do you want me to read it?
I would love to read my poem.
Okay, go for it.
Okay. Rain, rain, where have you been? I ask you that question yet again. Each time you answer is not the same, so I ask you that question over again. Last time I saw you, you said you were snow going to Mount Everest to blend in the leopards from head to toe. And the time before that, you were in a bowl hydrating my neighbor's Turkish van cat. And even before, I had to shout quite loud, for your current state was a cumulus cloud. And once I looked across a cranberry bog and saw you as a very thick fog. The next time I called you, you said your current state was quite nice. You were in northern Greenland as a shade of glacial ice. Oh rain, I love you so. It's amazing all the places you go. Thank you.
Okay, that was a fabulous poem. Thank you. I'm glad you got to read it. Okay, so those are our youth division winners. Sorry, I'm shuffling all this paper here. Congratulations to everyone. And I forgot to mention earlier, you know, because of COVID, I've gotten the winners to the city. The city's working on award certificates and first, second, and third place. First place wins $75, second place wins $50, and I'm doing this off the top of my head, I think this is right. Third place is $25. So the people that get first, second, and third will also, the city will also be mailing your check. So there's a couple people I don't have addresses for. So if I contact you, I will be getting that in the next couple days. So with that, we're going to go to middle school. So let's see, there's 3 honorable mentions in middle school. Our first honorable mention is Jason Alvis from Mendenhall for Oh No Earthquake. Does he happen to be in the house? Jason? Okay, I'm gonna read his,
I don't,
do you see him, Paul?
nope, no Jason.
Okay, let's see. Here's Jason's poem. Oh no, earthquake. Rumble, rumble, it snakes and shakes, rocking and trembling. Oh no, earthquake. Beneath the crust, tectonic plates, push and grind, nothing waits. Duck and cover, buildings tumble, a sense of fear, while streets crumble. What will happen to the fault? People asking, will it halt? Rumble, rumble, it snakes and shakes, rocking and trembling. Oh no, earthquake. Okay, and then we have two more honorable mentions in the middle school division. And they are, and I think I saw their mom's name. We've got Ella and Olivia Abbey, both from East Avenue. So are they in the house?
Raise your hand if you are here. Ava and Olivia Abbey.
Yeah, but I think I saw their mom's name. Gina DePrima. Gina, are your daughters here?
Hi, Cynthia. No, the girls aren't here, unfortunately. Just me.
Okay. Do you want to read their poems or do you want me to?
No, I think you have to. I'm so sorry.
Oh, okay, that's okay. All right, so, okay, these are Ella and Olivia Abbey are twins. They're both at East Avenue. They're both in 7th grade. So I will start with Olivia's poem first. It's Ocean Mystery. The ocean, what deep, dark wonders do you hold? Still undiscovered, still untold. You contain so many secrets, you conceal so many lies, as deep as the universe is wide, as blue as the sky, as beautiful as a sunrise. I can see it in your eyes, too shy to reveal what you hide. You are a mystery to me. And then Ella's poem is called Discovery. Oh, how tiny I feel when compared to the sun, just a small little part of the solar system. There's an entire universe out there to explore with so many things no one's thought of before. Oh, what I would give to be out there right now, exploring the secrets of the stars somehow. Space shuttles, Mars rovers, and rockets explore the galaxies that we've only dreamt of before. Oh, how tiny I feel when compared to the sun. My understanding of our universe has only now just begun. Okay, so those are the honorable mentions. In 3rd place, we have Colton DeGroat from Mendenhall for ZAP. Colton, are you in the house? No? Okay, I'm going to read his poem then. So this is Colton DeGroat, 3rd place for ZAP. 4 times hotter than the star we call the sun. ZAP. It's in there. It's there. Sorry, excuse me. It's there, then it's gone. ZAP. Before a deafening rumble. ZAP. The 4th state of matter. ZAP. Howling winds and pouring rain. ZAP. 300 million meters per second. ZAP. 1 billion volts. ZAP. 100 strikes per second. ZAP. And that's about lightning. And all those facts are correct because we have one judge that checks the science facts, just FYI for in the future. Let's see. Okay, so 2nd place goes to Friedrich Hohensee. I hope I pronounced that right, from Mendenhall Middle School for Rift. Is Friedrich here? Paul, do you see any hand raised?
No, unfortunately, I don't think he is
Okay.
present.
Okay, so this is Friedrich's poem, Rift. Strange rift, layers and layers of twisted rock, worn by eternal river mists, mud-drowned bones, buried between the colored layers, remnants of a forgotten past. Squinting walker, writing stories of untold lands, never again to be seen, but easily to be remembered. Okay, and our first place winner in the middle school division is Nathaniel Resong, also of Mendenhall Middle School, for The Life of a Star. Nathaniel, are you here? Raise your hand.
No.
Okay, bummer. Okay, so this is Nathaniel's poem, Life of a Star. Starting out a collection of dust and gas, my nebula, I have begun. Gravity squeezing, heating me up, I start to glow. Soon I'm a protostar. My hydrogen begins to conjoin. Thermonuclear fusion creates helium. I burn, I glow. Through adulthood, I radiate energy, sending my rays into the universe, gas pressure in my core, contravening gravity. Nothing is forever. I finish my hydrogen feast. Gravity's pressure begins to win. I shrink, I chill, I collapse. A black hole is born. Okay, congratulations to all the middle school winners. Hopefully we're gonna have at least a couple of the high school people here. Okay, we're now moving on to the high school division. We have three honorable mentions. The first one is Allison M. Nunez from Del Val High School for acceptance. Is Allison here? Raise your hand with the little hand function. Allison? Paul, do you see anybody? Anyone raising their hand?
No,
Okay.
fortunately not.
Okay, this is Allison's poem. She is a senior at Del Val High School. This is called Acceptance. I started from the stars. They taught me so many lessons on how I could go so far. I've got so many questions. When, where I began. I didn't know that you were all I'd ever have to really know. So with that being said, I'm alien, explaining my dreams to be sane again. I don't got that much time, so don't waste mine, trying to make it last and not grow up too fast. But I need a spaceship. I need a dome. Tell me what this world's going to be like when I'm gone. My latest lesson, acceptance. Okay. Our second honorable mention in the high school division is Catherine Mizan, Granada High School for electromagnetic radiation. Catherine, are you here? I thought maybe I saw her. Maybe not.
Catherine, raise your hand. No.
Maybe not. Okay. Oops, that's not the right poem. Okay, Catherine's poem, Electric Magnetic Radiation. what I can see and what I can't, what is deadly and harmless and everything in between. You are not anything I can touch. You take up no space. And yet without you, there is no life. I know that you are always in the pursuit of more and more energy. Do you even know how you are in your many varied forms? Let me tell you, when you are laid back and stretched out, you are safe. You carry music and news, joy, pain, and indifference. Your range is far, and you find your way around buildings and cars. Large obstacles cannot stop you. Diffraction makes you free. And then you get more uptight, although I guess still fairly long. You naturally match with water to make it warm. Is that why I see you so often trapped within that beeping box? Yet again, you are shorter now, a little farther before I can see you, just out of my range of sight. So why can I see more of the universe with you than with what I can see? Stay long before it becomes too late. I know that you are hungry for more energy, but as you get shorter, you will find obstacles that once seemed small will be in your way. Finally, I can see you now within this little range, the literal rainbow of colors interacting with my brain and eyes to show me this wonderful world. Show me color by addition, by subtraction, reflect, absorb, combine, and trick my mind with red, green, blue, yellow, cyan, magenta. I hold the keys to all the colors of the world. As you lose your length, my feeling about you becomes more mixed, for you are the source of so much life, and yet are slow poison to my cells. My DNA is damaged over the years. My telomeres have shrunk. Your warmth in sunlight is a gift, but only for a little while until I start to burn. You have so much energy that you are now a danger. In rare places and times, you are helpful to see through my outer shell and see where I am broken inside. But your danger is a weight on me, a lead vest across my chest. Hazard, danger, avoid, avoid. Look at what you have become in your pursuit of greater energy, ionizing, penetrating, greatly harmful to living things when you once posed no threat. Where is your place in the world now that you know your dangers and limitations in every form? You will always be everywhere, and yet you can reach almost anywhere. The fastest speed in the universe, you can travel through almost anything, but also through nothing. Just avoid black holes and you should be safe. Go, go, and be free. Okay. So let's see. That was Catherine. Our third honorable mention in the high school division is Alexandro Garcia from Del Val High School for The Ways of the Moon. Is he here? If you're here, please raise your hand in the chat. Paul, do you see a hand? Not present. Okay. This is Alexandro's poem, The Ways of the Moon. He is a senior at Del Val High School. There's a moon at the top of the mountain, a perfect silver sphere staring down from the heavens. No one knows how it came about or why it is here, but it guides us with its illuminating light. Some nights it's full, some nights it smiles, but some nights it's hardly there or isn't there at all. It causes high and low tides in an endless sea. It floods and drains tide pools with ease. Just like people, we are never the same. We are always changing our ways. Okay, our third place winner in the high school division is Marissa McKee of Del Val High School for Bloomers. Is she here? Okay, Paul doesn't see a hand. Okay, this is Marissa McKee. She is a junior at Del Val High School, and this is her poem, Bloomers. The plain ice melts, vibrant colors begin to bloom. The pollution quickens the world's impending doom. I will always remember how the flowers smelt. A sweet, sweet scent serves as a reminder of the earth's not sour. Okay, I cannot say it right now. I'm sorry, I'm totally butchering her poem. The earth's sorrowful lament, you know, like to be full with sorrow. Anyway, my apologies to Marissa for brutalizing her poem. Okay, that was third place. Second place, and I'm almost positive I saw her name. Second place winner is Madeline Burgess of Vineyard High School for Planet of Beauty. Madeline, are you here? And do you want to read your own poem?
Can you hear me?
Yes. Would you like to read your own poem, or do you want me to read it?
Please read it. Thank you.
You sure?
I'm sure.
Okay, I'm reading everyone's poems today. Okay, this is another climate change poem, Planet of Beauty. Here spins a planet of beauty, of green land and blue tides, metal cities and black smoke, poison dulls our bright skies. Here spins a planet of beauty, where mountains of dust lay, rotting away, say this isn't so. If so, where is our empathy? Here spins a planet of beauty with creatures that roam in burnt fields, free like the birds that hold wire in their beaks, and safe like the plastic bound seals. Here spins a planet of beauty to love and care for, because it is our home. It is our own. This earth is our responsibility. Lovely poem, Madeline. Congratulations. And our first place winner in the high school division is Tyler Olsese. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly, but I'm not sure, of Livermore High School for Da Vinci Sestina. Tyler, are you here? Okay, not here. Tyler. Okay, for those of you who don't know, a Sestina is it is a long, kind of complicated poem that comes from, I don't know, like I think it's the 16th, 15th or 16th century, something like that, from Europe. Essentially, the first stanza, whatever the last words are, they get repeated in the subsequent stanzas, but in a pattern, so they kind of shift around. So Tyler actually made it even more complicated, and he took a Da Vinci quote that nature never breaks her own laws, and he used those as the 6 words, and then he switched them up. So I hope that I can do this justice, because if I knew I was reading this, I would have practiced this. But this is the first place poem in high school, Da Vinci Sestina, by Tyler Olsese. Wake up, you glorious mind. and catch a glimpse of your true nature. Something is stirring, not where faults converge or in mountain caves, never give the solace of daylight, nor under the rolls of tide that breaks the placid sea. See the wondrous spheres that dot her starry ceiling floor, and notice that you might not be on your own in this place. You are free, or at least the laws do not apply to you yet. There are many laws in many forms, some by nature, some by necessity, and some by your own kind. Never mind how I'm speaking to you, as her ways are mysterious. It breaks my mind if I think about it too much, so don't worry if you need breaks from superimposing yourself onto a void. Laws are hard to understand despite being innate. If her existence is convoluted, focus on your personal nature. Maybe you'll understand that sooner. However, don't never not stop questioning things. Our own selves are all we can ever own. Try not to take any unnecessary breaks from yourself, as you, I, we are all one. Ha, bet we never thought of that one before. Ha, these laws cannot hold us, but can we break our natures if we are her? But that's what I'm here to figure out, right? If her apples refuse to fall, will they still be natural? We do not own our nature. How can we delude to our delusions? Breaks would still be called so, even if they sped you up until the law calls I to take it home and sing it a lullaby, right? Never mind about all that. It's just like poetry, I guess. I never mind a fresh new form, but is any of it really new? Her famous husband wrote many a sonnet, but would he change his form's laws if she gave him a better word that ruined the rhyme he came up with on his own? Or would he simply call it free verse or dialogue or a short soliloquy? It breaks your mind to read this, I bet, but I must give nature what it's due. I had never thought beyond my own horizon, so it hurts now to see her boundless snow globe break without anyone to pick up the shards and set new laws. Who else will see it? You? So that was the amazing poem by Tyler Olsese of Livermore High School, Da Vinci Sestina. I've never even attempted to write a Sestina, so nor had any of the other judges. So that was really impressive that he was able to pull that off. Okay, that takes care of the high school. So now hopefully some more of the adults are in the house. Okay, in the adult division, we have 2 honorable mentions. The first one is Angie Walker for I Know I'm Stupid About Science. Angie, are you here? Paul, are you seeing anyone? Unfortunately, no. Okay. This is Angie's poem. I know I'm stupid about science, but I woke up last night weeping because there weren't enough bees for the blueberry bushes. After that incident, I had to think about the things I might know. I know I learned happiness through the terror of living. I know I got wrecked by summer sunlight showcasing the unspoiled undercarriage of a garden caterpillar. I know I felt like I had a mother when Paris said she's growing greener, when the pinks of my soul soaked up nutrients through dirty earth floors. Okay, and our second honorable mention, I know she's here because I just saw her on here, is Linda Milanese for Fauci. Linda, would you like to read please tell me you'll read your own poem.
I'll read my own poem.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, this is called Fauci, March 2021. Dr. Anthony Fauci, that silver fox, that octogenarian, that Brooklyn boy, most trusted scientist in America, has donated his personal coronavirus model to the Smithsonian. The cartoonish blue ball covered in pink spiky golf tees, resembling a supporting character in an underwater Disney movie, will wait in the wings for a starring role in the soon-to-be-released exhibit in Sickness and in Health. Straight from its last run at the White House under a director suffering the Dunning-Kruger effect, too incompetent to realize his incompetence, it's anxious to take its historical place in America's attic among more than 150 million objects preserved, cataloged, warehoused, waiting their turn for a curated callback. It won't share the spotlight with popular items, Apollo 11, the Wright brothers plane, Ben Franklin's cane or Abe Lincoln's hat, the famous Hope Diamond or Fred Rogers sweater, but will make its debut in something more serious, joining the syringes and vials of past tragedies in 200 years of US medical history. This modern protagonist, surprisingly as elusive and mysterious as smallpox, typhoid, polio, and the Spanish flu, Fauci's spiky blue ball has claimed the role of a lifetime.
Congratulations, Linda. Okay, our third place winner in the adult division is Patricia Boyle for Unidirectional Flow. And she just texted me that she had her, speaking of Dr. Fauci, she got her second, she was planning to attend, but she got her second vaccine yesterday and she is feeling too sick to attend, even with her face, covered up. So she gave me permission to read her poem, which I was going to do anyway. But so unfortunately, hopefully, Patricia, you're feeling better soon. But you did win third place in the poetry contest for Unidirectional Flow. Thin stream of burbling water responds to gravity's pull, tumbles downward, ever downward, weaves with dancing mountainous flows, growing wider, deeper, rushing white foamed over sandy bottom, stirs and churns loose particles, transforming sparkling clear water into a muddy ochre matrix, bearing tangled branches and debris. Elsewhere, coursing placidly, wavelets curve and hug exposed humps of rock, lap the shore of midstream islands, ripple over quiet pools where fish linger in the shade and fallen leaves collect in multicolored heaps, nestled between soggy roots of overhanging trees, meandering, eroding, incrementally altering the landscape, a ribbon of wide, lazy loops caresses Earth's flat bosom and slowly, slowly spreads glimmering thin fingers across a fan-shaped delta. Weary, tranquil, released from confinement, the river's fresh waters swirl into the welcoming current of a vast, briny sea. Okay, congratulations, Patricia. Moving on, our second place winner in the adult division is Alexa Malloy for The Science of Sorrow. Alexa, are you here? I'm not seeing her. Okay, Paul's saying no, Alexa. Okay, this is Alexa Molloy's poem, The Science of Sorrow. There is a science to sorrow. It can be measured and weighed, assayed for purity, mixed with other alloys, smelted into a sizzling, glowing sadness, which may not warm, but burns. Congratulations, Alexa. And then Angie wasn't here, so do we have, is Michael, sorry, our first place winner in the adult division is, for the second year in a row, Michael Fan for Carbon 29. Michael. I don't think he's here. Okay, I'm gonna, hopefully I will do his poem justice. This is Michael Fan's poem, Carbon 29. Blossoms unfurl, sun sensate, thankful for the added carbon. Do you know it? Warm bread, blood, plates from haunches of our ranched fellow mammals bred for marbling. We looked in a tub of cow's eyes at the exploratorium, floating over Pier 15. The photo would recoil you because they stare back as though accusing. But what can they see now? They are good for dissection and memory, cupped lovingly in the curator's palm, scalpel sharp to separate the lens from the fovea. Is that how Galileo found his way into the night air? The sketch and stretch of eyes in hand, mind into glass, stars stretching back until he fell with the rising sun to pillow his sleep. He knew the church feared stars, motes with heft and burn, atrocities that would topple gods who jealously guarded their center strangle on the pallid human psyche. He must have known truth will fly like clubs, and they would have kindled him unless he recanted, which is not so different today, when blossoms happy eating our excess carbon as we ostrich and Nero. It is what you fear. God's falling, man in his image falling too, feeble as that petulant blossom, which yet embraces gravity when the time comes to fall, to fall, to fall. And that's after Sylvia Plath's poem Elm. So congratulations to Michael Fawn and to all the other winners. Thank you. We had a bunch of people. We had like a record high earlier on, and now we're down. I have a feeling that a lot of the middle school and high school folks started like abandoning ship when they thought I was going to make them read a poem. Heaven forbid, out loud. Anyway, so if anyone else is here, yeah, we've got people in the chat that are saying congratulations to all the winners. Yes, congratulations to all of you. As soon as I know more from the city about when you can expect, if we still need your address, I'll be contacting you. I know we had some students at Mendenhall who had poems submitted by their teacher, and so I've got to get some contact information from her. But as soon as I have a better timeline from the city about when to expect your award certificates, I'll send you guys all an email and update you on that. And then obviously the first, second, and third place winners will also get a check along with their award ceremony. So congratulations to everyone. We just had some phenomenal poems this year. If anyone else would like to share a poem now, we're going to open it up. So raise your hand or put something in the chat. And let us know if you have a poem. I know a couple people contacted me and they said they were going to be, or people from outside of Livermore wanted to know if they could participate. And I said, bring a science poem and we're all good. I can't.
Yeah, if you want to read or if you want to say something,
Yeah, we can unmute
raise your hand.
you. That's all the winners. So, oh, okay.
Don't be
Now I'm
shy.
finally able to see the chat.
Our child likes to read. AG.
Okay. Yes, whoever has the poem from Sharon Olds, that go ahead and read that. Sharon Olds is always fabulous.
I have a poem called The Survival of a Flower. It says,
Okay.
as the seed pushes its way.
Do you want to read it?
Molloy, can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. You want to say your name before you read it?
I can't hear anyone.
Oh, shoot. Paul?
Can you hear us? We can hear you. We can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you fine.
We can hear you. Can you hear us?
Okay, I'll just start over. My poem's called The Survival of a Flower.
Okay.
As the seed pushes its way through the unforgiving soil, a fighter it is, eager to see the world. As the world is thriving, growing, changing, an endless field of different colors. Some are bright and cheery, others dark with spiky, decayed thorns of distress and hurts, with shriveled petals of artifice. The time has come at last when the bud bursts open, and the petals reach outward to reveal the center, a joyful sight, one that makes people sing happy tunes and reminisce about good times. A flower grown accustomed to the sting of bees, but then when the world falls silent, the snow stifling the sounds of life, the little flower fights valiantly. It has survived the weeds and thorns and wicked deeds. Its petals have wilted and bloomed once more, a true testament to trying times, stems deeply rooted in happiness.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else? I'm going to see if I can find something up here.
Hi, this is Anne Brown, and I'm the one who added poem from Sharon Olds. Hi. Yeah, I've really enjoyed listening to all the youth poems. And as I put in the chat, I welcome anyone who has a poem related to the climate to contact me. I put my email in the chat because we would like to integrate arts into climate messaging here in the Tri-Valley, and youth voices are especially valued and important. So please contact me if you would be willing to share your poem. You don't have to read it yourself, but it would be great to bring your thoughts, feelings, and voice to our climate conversations. So I'm going to read a poem that I found in the amazing book, All We Can Save: Truth, Courage, and Solutions for the Climate Crisis. Poems are mixed into every section in this book, which gives this book, mostly essays, a wonderful upbeat feeling, and just the integration of art into the conversation is so moving and so important. So I found a poem called Ode to Dirt by Sharon Olds. And just as an aside, as a gardener who composts, in fact, we just spread compost today on the new veggie seedlings, I usually call dirt soil, but in her poem, she's calling it dirt. Dear dirt, I am sorry I slighted you. I thought that you were only the background for the leading characters, the plants and animals and human animals. It's as if I had loved only the stars and not the sky, which give them space in which to shine. Subtle, various, sensitive. You are the skin of our terrain. You're our democracy. when I understood I had never honored you as a living equal, I was ashamed of myself, as if I had not recognized a character who looked so different from me. But now I can see us all made of the same basic materials, cousins of that first exploding from nothing in our intricate equation together. Oh, dirt, help us find ways to serve your life, you who have brought us forth and fed us, and who at the end will take us in and rotate with us and wobble and orbit. Ode to Dirt. And all of you gardeners out there can certainly appreciate that.
Yes. I have, and we had a lot of climate poems this year. So I'll sort of sort through and I'll contact them and see if they have permission, and I can forward those on to you.
Bravo, I'd love that.
So I'm looking through here. Does anyone else have a poem that they would like to share? Anyone?
Oh, we got one. All right.
Okay,
Uh,
excellent.
So we can do.
okay. Hi, Brianne. Brianne.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes.
we can.
Okay, cool. So we can just read any poem that we want about the climate.
Or that's related to science, but yeah, the climate is related to climate.
Yeah, I guess they're all interrelated. Okay, yeah, sure. I'll read this one. I wrote it a while ago. The serpent is rising. The spider is crawling. The osprey is crying her call. I am listening to my womb. This is my call to my womanhood. It is whispering her wisdom to me. She tells me that the things I am taught to fear are an illusion. The fear and the excitement are the same. She asks me, which do you want to step into, fear or excitement? The choice is yours. She says, do you want to answer the call to be afraid, or do you want to be the warrior queen you were meant to be? She says, you are strong and the time is now. Even if you fall, I'll catch you and help you rise again. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Does anyone else have anything they want to share? Okay, on that note, I thought, let me read. I've got a couple poems. I'm going to, end with, this is from Mountains and Rivers Without End, Gary Snyder. Since we're just a few days after Earth Day, I'm going to read two really short poems from this to end. This is called New Moon Tongue. Faint new moon arc curl against the west, blue eve, dear moving dusk, purple shade in a plant realm, a million years of sniffs, licks, lip, and reaching tongue. And then there was one other one here, The Bear Mother. This is also by Gary Snyder. She veils herself to speak of eating salmon, teases me with, what do you know of my ways? and kisses me through the mountain, through and under its layers, its gullies, its folds, her mouth full of blueberries we share. Okay, on that note, since everybody's read, Paul and I are going to wrap things up. Thank you all for coming. Thank you.
Yes, I'll be-
Congratulations to everyone
Yes.
who entered the contest, and particularly our winners. I'll be in touch about when the city's going to be sending stuff to you and their timeline. Things are taking longer because of COVID, no surprise. But sometime in the near future, you will be receiving an award certificate. And if you won first, second, or third prize, you'll also be getting a check. If I need your contact information, I will be getting in touch with you for that. Anyway.
Yeah, on behalf of the library, I thank you, Cynthia, for your hard work in the science poetry contest. And I understand and thank you to the hundreds of people who submitted a poem.
Yeah.
Congratulations to all the honorable mentions and the winners. And stay tuned. This event will be on the library's YouTube channel, so you can listen to the poetry again. And
anyway, yeah, thank you all. We had just so many fabulous poems this year. So, and each of them had something special. It was really difficult to pick winners. So, congratulations to everyone who won again, and congratulations to everyone just simply who entered, because, they were all great poems. Keep writing. And happy National Poetry Month. Paul and I are going to sign off now, and
okay.
We'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you, Cynthia. Thank you, everybody.